I would be lying to all of you if I said I didn't get emotional after watching this new preview trailer of ReZero Season 2. This hit, like, this preview trailer hit me hard. Like, I actually had a little bit of a tear. I had tears, actually, while watching this, because it's just like, I, as someone that has read the web novel, I know what to expect, and seeing the way the preview trailer presents things, it showcases the very things that stuck with me while I was reading it, and the emotions that were displayed on the characters' faces, honestly, is the images that flashed in my mind when I was reading it for the first time. I can clearly see, just by the way this preview trailer is done, that it's clear there's a lot of passion put into this, because the character expressions, especially the one character expression at the end of, the preview trailer, you see Subaru really upset, he starts crying, and you see Amelia kind of, like, wrap her arms around him to kind of, like, just hold him and all that. It's emotional, and this is actually a direct, like, reference to the illustration that was released a long time ago for this very scene. So I am happy to see that they're incorporating illustrations that are very iconic from the light novel slash web novel into the anime, so just points there. But I mean, there's so many things to really take from this trailer, and honestly, I have to hand it to him for really keeping this spoiler-free. It didn't feel that spoilerish whatsoever. I honestly have to say there was things that hinted at things to come, but it wasn't spoiler-heavy to where it kind of ruins the whole point of, like, what Season 2 is going to be about. I'm very impressed by the way this trailer is actually structured. There is a lot of mystery as well. If you're someone that is just an anime only, someone that has not read the web novel or light novel, this is going to be a big shock. Like, a lot of things in here are going to be like, whoa, what's going on here? There is so much mystery building up, and I gotta say, I am super excited to see so many scenes adapted, because this is going to be, I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a dark season. If you thought, ReZero Season 1 was dark and, like, depressing, sad, etc., I'm gonna be honest, it's nothing in comparison to what we're about to get into. And I don't want to talk about spoilers, because I want to be fair to anime only. So I want to go into this kind of like how I do my Tower of God videos, talk about it, and, talk about details here and there to give a little bit more, I guess, insight to certain things going on, but, just, talk to anime onlys without spoiling. I kind of want to do my ReZero Season 2 reviews like that as well, and I can't help but say that when it comes to just the visuals really representing the character emotions without even words, really hit. I really can't believe just how much passion is being put into this. Like, you could just see the passion just from the trailer alone. And I know trailer isn't like a representation of a full product. I'm fully aware of this. I've seen this time and time again throughout the years of watching anime, TV series, movies, etc. It's a common thing. Trailers are supposed to look good for the product. That's what it is. It's supposed to make it seem like it's amazing. And I will say, though, even the scenes they showed throughout the trailer, that isn't even the main highlights of what Season 2 is going to offer. I'm going to be honest with you. Honestly, looking at the content within, the trailer, that's about maybe the first 3 to 5 episodes at max. That's nothing in comparison to, like, some of the critical points that happen on later out through the arc that we're getting into. Which, speaking of the arc, this is something that was also released today with information when this preview trailer came out. ReZero Season 2 is going to be split core. Now, I know as soon as I say this is going to be split, people are going to be like, wait, what? Why? Like, okay, there's multiple reasons for this. Number one, the big reason is production health. If you are affiliated with how animators are treated in Japan and just the production cycle of anime, it can get a little bit crazy. And usually a lot of companies, like anime studios, have to pump out anime after anime, and they don't have a lot of time to really work on something. They don't have a lot of time to really put all their time and effort into one project. As soon as they finish the episode, they gotta go to the next, they gotta go to the next series, etc. They never get time to really stop. The gears never stop turning whatsoever, and so they don't really get to put in that extra oomph, that passion within a story, and they're usually always on a time crunch. And when you have split cores, it's good for the health of the production cycle because it gives animators more time to work on said project. They're not having to pump out an episode every single week. They can have a break and then, actually discuss and get together to actually animate the remaining episodes. So I think split core, especially for this season of ReZero Season 2, is actually incredibly important because with the content that is going to be displayed throughout this season, it's going to need a healthy production cycle, even more so than how season 1 was. Like, it's gonna really need a good production, because there's gonna be so many things that's gonna really rely upon the visuals. Like, not just the voice acting, but visuals are gonna be a major part to make this story really work and be good. And so, I think having a split season, I'm fine with it. It sucks. I agree that I wish I could continuously watch it episode after episode for the next 20-something weeks. But, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest here, we've waited years to see this series. Do we want it quicker, or do we want it done right? Personally, I'd rather it done right. That's just my personal opinion. Which now, another reason too why it's potentially being split core is probably because of a voice actor. I believe Garfield's actual voice actor is apparently going through surgery, or he went through surgery very recently, and so because of that, that could also be related to why this season is being split in half, because the lines were probably already recorded, mostly for the first half, and the second half may be partially recorded, and, you know, they're waiting for him to kind of make a full recovery before they can actually finish doing the lines. But I think that's one of the other reasons, because one of the voice actors has went through surgery. So, I mean, I think we should also give the voice actor time too. We don't want the man, you know, not actually giving a full performance, full effort, because voice acting is incredibly important in anime. Not just for ReZero, but let's be honest, voice acting is incredibly important and powerful if done right. Even a bad series, an extremely bad series, can be brought to a whole other level with supreme voice acting. So, I mean, let's be honest here. I think it's also worth the wait for that. Now, anyways, let's get back into the details of the trailer. So, when it comes to the trailer of ReZero Season 2, I was taken aback by just the scene that they showed with Rim. I'm not going to elaborate too far onto that, but I will say that I like how they're adding scenes they kind of excluded from the end of Season 1 into Season 2 now. And to kind of explain, technically the arc that we were on at the end of Season 1, Arc 3, actually was not finished. It was kind of left on like an inconclusive note. Like, it wasn't fully concluded before we were getting into Arc 4, which is what Season 2 is going to be covering. And it seems like the beginning episodes are actually going to be diving into the remaining parts of, you know, the last arc before we get into the new content. So I do appreciate how they're adding in the content that they kind of like skimmed over in the previous season. So that is points to them as well. They're going back and kind of adding things to make it more clear and rectifying this, and really, I can't ask for more. I really cannot ask for more from ReZero, and the entire staff working on it is really just doing a fantastic job. And speaking of staff and all of that, apparently the voice actor for Echidna is actually Maya Sakamoto. Now, you might not recognize Maya Sakamoto from name, but Echidna's voice actor is someone that has voiced Shinobu from Bakemonogatari. So, you gotta imagine that this voice actor is incredibly famous. I mean, she even voices other iconic characters of anime that you've probably seen already. So the point is that the voice actor of Echidna, that's gonna be for ReZero, I gotta say, it's perfect. It's a perfect voice actor to really get the tone of what Echidna is about, what she kind of, you know, how she acts around people, how she kind of talks to Subaru. I think it's honestly the best voice actor for the job. It's kind of like, you know, when you hear a certain character, like a villain character, you hear, you know, Dio's voice actor. That's kind of like this. It's like the voice is just perfect for this role, and it's automatically shaping up to be an incredible season just because of all this information that came out today. So one little tidbit I would like to add in before I wrap up this video. Apparently the staff that is working on ReZero Season 2 is pretty much the same as how Season 1 was done. Like, all the staff is pretty much returning. There's only a few differences, like a few people have been changed out, but overall everyone is pretty much the same, which is great news, which really makes you understand now why there's so much passion put into this preview trailer with the character expressions and the artwork, the voice acting we briefly got to hear. It's very clear that, you know, once again, we're probably going to have a very high quality production for ReZero. But I'm going to leave it at that. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about this preview trailer of ReZero. If you have yet to watch it, it's in the description. Check it out for yourself. It's seriously good. Like, music too. We even get, I'm assuming, the insight to what the the opening is gonna sound like. So I think that song was the opening song of Season 2, and it sounds good. I'm gonna miss the same, tone and vibe of Season 1, but I do think that the lyrics and song, especially seeing it matched up against the scenes within the preview trailer, the song does fit the atmosphere of ReZero, so I'm not disappointed in the least, but like I said, I will miss the kind of atmosphere that the first 2 openings gave. But I'll leave it at that. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or not wherever you live. Be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.